Hi everyone, welcome to the Mufasa book readings. My name is Julia and today's reading will be reading from the book by Mel Robbins. The book is titled The 5-Second Rule. Enjoy. Chapter 14. Beat fear, courage, dear heart. This is a quote by C.S. Lewis. Fear will make you do naughty things. One of my greatest fears in life used to be dying in a fiery plane crash. When I had to get on a plane, I used to be a complete weirdo. I had all these superstitions about flying. First, I would scan the boarding area looking for women with small babies, men or women in uniform, priests, nuns, wheelchairs, off-duty pilots, catching a ride home, or just generally kind-looking people. Then I would tell myself that God wouldn't let the plane go down with all these nice folks on board. That would assuage me until I got on the plane. Then every bump or sound the plane made on the taxi out of the runway made my heart race and chest tighten. Takeoff was the worst. By the time the wheels left the tarmac, I was already in a full state of panic. I closed my eyes and visualized an explosion. Terrorist, my row getting sucked out of the plane, or the plane just dropping from the sky. I'd squeeze the armrest and could barely breathe. If the captain spoke to us over the loudspeaker, my fear index would cut in half. I didn't really relax until the seatbelt lights turned off, which was my sign that the pilots believed it was safe to move about the cabin. In my mind, this meant that the immediate threat of death by the plane crash was over. I cured myself of my fear using the 5-second rule and a specific form of anxiety reappraisal that I call anchor thoughts. And you can use the rule the exact same way with any fear. Create an anchor thought. First, before any trip, I come up with my anchor thought. This is a thought that is relevant to the trip that I'm taking and will anchor me if fear sets in. I start by thinking about the trip. Where am I flying to? What am I excited to do once I get there? If I'm heading to see friends in Drake's, Idaho, my anchor thought might be climbing Tabletop Mountain. If I'm traveling home to Michigan, I might think about the moment we pull into the driveway of my parents' house and my kids run out of the car to hug my folks, or of taking a nice walk along Lake Michigan with my mom. If I'm heading to a meeting in Chicago, I'll think about getting a delicious dinner with a client. Once I have a specific image in mind, the rest is very easy. This use of the 5-second rule is a form of what researchers call if-then planning. It's a way to keep yourself in control by creating a backup plan in advance. Plan A is not to get nervous. But if I do get on the plane and start to feel nervous, then I have my plan B. I'll use the 5-second rule and my anchor thought to beat my fear of flying. Studies show that this kind of if-then planning can boost your success rates by almost 3 times on the plane. The moment I notice something that makes me nervous, whether it be an alarming sound, turbulence, a climb that seems to be taking too long, whether that looks ominous, a bad vibe from a passenger next to me, my fears can be easily triggered because my pattern of thinking is so ingrained. When this happens, I start to count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to flush the fear out of my head, activate my prefrontal cortex, and pull myself into the present moment. Then I force myself to anchor on the specific image of where I am flying to, and I think to myself about how excited I am to walk on the beach with my mom, have dinner with a client in Chicago, or climb Tabletop Mountain with my buddies. These anchoring images are powerful reminders of a simple truth. If I am sitting in a restaurant in Chicago having dinner with my clients tonight, or walking the beach in Michigan tomorrow morning with my mom, or arriving home in time to make the girls' lacrosse game. Obviously, the plane didn't crash, and I have nothing to worry about. Most important, I give my mind the context it is looking for. So that is, it doesn't escalate the fear. As I think about the anchor thought, my body comes down. By using this technique over and over again, I've cured my fear of flying. And by using, I mean using it over and over again. It will get easier and easier until suddenly you won't feel afraid anymore. You'll have trained your mind to default to the positive, excitement about what you are about to do instead of the fear. Today, I am never nervous or afraid when I board on a plane. Occasionally, if we hit rough turbulence, I'll break out a rule so that I don't drive my fingernails into the arm of the person I'm sitting next to. However, I use this technique when I face other fears. Before a negotiation or a difficult conversation, for example, I'll create an anchor thought of the conversation or the negotiation going really well. Specifically, I might picture someone hugging me or thanking me for having the conversation, or toasting the deal with my business partner at our favorite bar. That thought keeps me grounded, present, and powerful. When you enter a conversation managing fear, you can't be your best because part of your mind is busy trying to manage that fear in real time. When you have an anchor thought, it allows you to dispel the fear the moment that you notice your mind drift to it. Remember, even though fears and your habits can hijack you in 5 seconds, you can take control just as quickly and continue to do so forever. Thank you so much for watching our video. Don't forget to like, comment, share to your family and friends, as well as subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Thank you so much. Bye.